Oi everyone, and Chai Squeeze Justin, Communications Similkameen. Good afternoon everybody, and it's Justin here with LSIB Comms. It is August 28th, Wednesday, and man, have we got a lot to catch up on. It's been a while, over a week, almost a week and a half I think since the last video. So we got a boatload of stuff, so buckle up, here we go. To start off with, just a heads up that the open meeting for September 4th has been canceled and it has been pushed off to either later in September or early October. There are other meetings that need to be had prior to that open meeting. For stuff that the Chief and Council have been discussing here, we're going to go back a little further in August. Via department-wise. So housing's really looking at pushing into a comprehensive repair plan for houses, domiciles, however you want to call it. And that's what their head of steam is working for. Also, Donna is really pushing hard, Donna and her team, pushing hard to try and get more stuff going with berms and disaster resiliency. On disaster resiliency, Donna and I, her team and myself are pairing up regarding early warning stuff, and this is to do with the 5 feeders that go into the Similkameen River, including the Ashnola, Sept, John's, Paul, all that sort of stuff there. And then we're thinking, some sensors or some equipment there that lets us know whether the water is high, low, which could signal landslide issues, or whether the turbidity, stuff like that. And we're working towards that on the main 5 feeders of the Similkameen. And then we're gonna probably, and I'm really hopeful this will happen, we're gonna try and work on the feeders going into the other creeks, like creeks going into the Ashnola, or creeks that are feeding, the other feeders, for lack of a better term. So be prepared to hear some information on that as we get going through applications for funding and equipment and all that sort of stuff. Further to the communications side of things, our website is now basically in the startup process for getting the new website up and running. Burst Creative out of the Lower Mainland, and they've worked with a lot of Indigenous bands throughout Western Canada. They are the chosen company, and they're going to be making sure that our needs and our wants are met, and that includes input from the LSIB community and from youth to elders to departments, all of that sort of stuff. Really, really good things coming out of their corner here, and we'll keep you updated as new stuff comes available. With more communication stuff, we've been talking with Telus about cell coverage, and then by proxy some more internet coverage in the area. Getting good responses from them and some good work that they're working towards trying to help us out. We have been in contact with Rogers. Well, personally, I've tried contacting Rogers twice by phone and 3 times by email since the end of July. And I've received no response whatsoever, and that was from their actual Indigenous Relations department, if it even exists. So yeah, we're getting feedback, we're getting some traction with Telus. Rogers, not so much, really disappointing actually. Moving on, what else we got? Oh, right. So there's gonna be a new thing coming in September, and I'm circling back around to band, Chief and Council. On the 20th, we're gonna try and do an online program, Coffee with the Chief. And so we'll broadcast it online live, and we will send the link out for those that want to connect with the Chief. And the Chief and I, or his designate, are going to sit there. We're going to take the online questions. We're going to provide more information if we have it. We're gonna try that out and see how it works, and that's going to help hopefully with those band members that are living abroad, that are living off reserve, to get in contact and get more into questions and all that sort of stuff for us. So yeah, that's again the 20th at 10 a.m. and I will send a link out to everybody whose email I have with that link to join in if you're interested. If you haven't given me your email address, send me an email so I can add you to the list that you get all of the notifications from. And that's communications@lsib.net. So communications@lsib.net. And I'll get you added onto the email list. The other thing we want to start doing with that is trying to find more ways to engage, which has been something I've been I wouldn't say harping on, but something I've wanted to light a fire underneath, so that we get engagement from youth, we get engagement from elders, we get engagement from members that are living abroad. So we want to get that engagement. We want the members, and the membership is over 700 now. We want the members to start making their views and their opinions known. So that's definitely one of the ways to do that. What else we got here? Okay, so other happenings in the last couple of weeks. You all saw how dirty Ashnola got. That turned out that was a material slough up on Ewart Creek. Another reason why we want to get that monitoring stuff in, so that we can keep an eye on our water sources. What else? Oh, right. So we had a mule deer up in Duracell Creek, and originally, because of the state of the carcass, where it was located in Duracell Creek, literally in Duracell Creek, we weren't sure whether it was, well, we were actually pretty sure to start that it was poached, as we saw, without getting too graphic, what we thought was an entry wound, and then an exit wound that would be in the bone. And honestly, that kind of wound would be from either hollow point or other types of rounds. So we had to enlist the Conservation Officer Service to go up and have a look, just to basically see if there's any evidence to be gathered. And even though the CO is experienced, they couldn't give us a 100% answer for sure. They believe it was a big cat attack. I wish I could share some of the photos, but they're very gross, and I'm pretty sure they'd be taken down off of Facebook very quickly. So we'll just keep that as it is for the time being. What else is coming up? Oh, right. Now, we have some training opportunities coming up, and I've sent that out on the email and as well as the social media. So there's going to be some opportunity for traffic control training. Sorry about the banging in the background. That's coming up September 4th to September 27th, and that will be through Lisa Clement at Pre-Employment Supports, 250-540-8451. The other thing we have coming up, there's two more things coming up. We also have a e-commerce website set up and skills training that's put on by Indigenous Tourism BC and Jelly Academy, and that one starts October 16th. And you could have questions, you can email training@indigenousbc.com. That's training@indigenousbc.com. First cohort goes the 16th, another one on the 23rd, another one on the 30th. Sorry, that's cohort 2, my apologies. Cohort 1 goes on September 18th, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Again, get that information on the email, or you can get it off of our social media websites. What else have we got going on? Right. So the folks at Cathedral Lakes Lodge are certainly having a tough go of things. They haven't been able to get the bridge rebuilt that goes across to the road that goes up to the lodge. And as per Chief and Council, we're going to try and work with them on it. It's an issue that we're not really involved in, but understanding how that family is struggling to get things up and going. They have a contract up there. Chief and Council is going to try and work to get something there that'll be good for all parties involved. Yeah. Coming up September 20th, this is an annual thing. It's the Salmon Feast over at OK Falls Provincial Park. So yeah, starting the 20th, so September 20th, 21st, it looks like right to the 24th. and they were looking for cooks. So if you are willing to cook for the salmon feast, give Haley Wright a call at ONA, Okanagan Nation Alliance, or email her, Haley W, that's one word, Haley W at silkdoc.org. Yeah, you're welcome for messing up that one. What else have we got? now I'm nervous and snickering a bit here. We have to send out some thanks so far this year. We've had communications issues, and we told you about that regarding the fire at the Chipaka Cemetery, the fire with Aaron and Carly at Sept Creek, where they lost their cooling facility and a lot of their equipment. And so we're still fighting away to try and get onto the Flynn Road network, and it is very frustrating, to say the least. The lack of cooperation in that regard. Now I realize that there are some issues with the Crater Complex fire that it's rearing at the head of. Let's try this again. There are issues with the Crater Complex fire that are rearing their ugly head, but they are legitimate issues. So that trust and assurance is definitely very much at risk because of the issues we're facing with the Kamloops Fire Center and some individuals in particular in their upper echelon. We're going to keep trying to work on that so that our guardians, our natural resource folks, that they have radio coverage in the backcountry. We'll see how successful we are, but we're going to keep pushing. The other thing, though, we're definitely not going to do is be placated. And I've put that through to Chief and Council because, yeah, it just seems to be a bit of a circular talk for us lately. But that's, from what I understand, that's par for the course. It's just the way things go. Now, what else have we got? Oh, right. So we have the office closure next Monday, September 2nd. That's Labor Day. The office is going to be closed because of the statutory holiday. And then, of course, at the end of September, we closed for Orange Shirt Day. So don't forget those things either. What I do want you to do is provide me some feedback. Tell me what you would like to see on these videos or on our social media. You can email me again, lsib, let's try that again, communications@lsib.net. Phone the office, get put through to my voicemail. You can leave me a message there. You can send me a message on Messenger. There's all sorts of ways to contact me. But yeah, let me know what you want to see and how we can engage more. Each other, our neighbors, everything. Speaking of neighbors, this is the thank yous that I definitely wanted to pass on. So I posted earlier how dreamwork makes the teamwork makes the dream work. You know, I promise you, I am sober and I don't even have ibuprofen on board, I think. Anyways, so we had, let's just go with the last 3 months. And very bluntly, to do with the salmon, we had the folks from Colville, Confederated Tribes of the Colville, join with us, as well as other member nations of ONA, to start bringing the salmon back. And we have some breakthroughs on the Columbia River treaty issues as well, which our chief is a very big part of. We also had black bear that was struck on the road here, and thanks to the guys at AIM, Ken, you and your crew, thanks for calling us. We were able to pick up the skinnies, honor it, and you know, make sure that it was put back to the land as appropriately as possible. We get good partnerships from the Karamis Fire Department. They've come out and helped us on multiple occasions this year. So Jordy, you and your crew, awesome. Thank you so much. Chiefs from PIB, ONA, the ONA chairman, LSIB, OIB, all the other IBs basically. are getting together and talking on certain things, which is great. We've got to keep those lines of communications open. We've got more stuff coming on the school, which hopefully is complete within the next 3 to 4 months, but that is a rough timeline. Another partnership we've had lately is RDOS, their emergency management department, and as well as the CAO and the executive chief, the assistant, oh good Lord, Jim Zaffino, Christy Malden. Guys, thank you very much for supporting and continuing to keep our relationship growing. For myself personally, Sean Baisler from the Emergency Management Department come out and started doing some stuff with us regarding communications, trying to get more radio coverage for not only the band office itself, but for the Guardians Natural Resources parks. And frankly, again, teamwork makes the dream work. So thank you all very much for that. And the final thank you is headed out to the Conservation Officer Service. We've got a lot of cooperation with them lately, especially where stuff is out of our expertise, our training. And we can make a phone call, we can get contact going on that, we get some advice if we need it, and we get options. And so to Brandon, Mark, Dave, James, plus our NRO contacts, another James, and Tamara, and a couple of the fire cause investigators. Kim, thank you so much. Yeah, we appreciate it when you help us out, and thank you. So without further ado, that's going to end this one here. We've taken a lot of your time up because unfortunately I should have got a video out earlier last week. Once again though, let me know what you want to see, what you want to hear, what you want to know about, and yeah, let's get it going. Bye.